What is up, guys? Ghost Gaming. I'm just going to keep this short, simple, to the point. This is a storytime video. There are abbreviations in this video that I will use that I use in real life. So if I say mama, then I mean my grandma. If I say Pepe, I mean my grandpa. That's what I call them in real life. That's not because of the meme. It's what I've always called them since I was little. It's French or Cajun French for grandma. And keep in mind, there is a lot of emotional stuff in here. This is very personal. This is very, how do I put it? It tugs on the heartstrings a lot, but I'm not doing it for that purpose. It's just me trying to give an explanation. So, without further ado, I will get into the storytime video right now. So, about 2 or 3 years ago, my mom was in a domestic abuse relationship with my stepdad, Gary, which he's not my stepdad anymore. Hence the word was. So, let's just say Gary, he wasn't the nicest guy. He used to beat my mother a lot. And that was going on since I was 7. My mom wasn't around when I was little, so neither was my dad. My grandparents raised me for most of my life. So when I was 7, I'm 16 now. So when I was 7, my mom introduced me to this guy called Gary. They moved in, and they got married, and every other day there'd be a new mark on her. I just thought that she was clumsy and little 7-year-old self that doesn't know any better. So when we finally moved out, my mom got into this duplex that my dad, which didn't show up till 4 years ago. This was 3 years ago that this happened. So, he basically just said, hey, I'm only doing this for Ty. Not for you, but for him. So I'm giving up my place. I have another place to go, so you can have a roof over his head. And that was nice of him. Granted, I don't agree with how he thinks half the time, but that was nice of him. So, let's just go on about what he did and everything. Alright, so, sorry, Green Skull's streaming right now. Alright, so I'm just gonna try not to make the video too long. So we move out into this duplex, and it's like a really small duplex, 2x3. Basically that's where my mom started to do drugs. And so what happened is, I came home from my grandma's house, or my mom's house, and we knocked on the door for an hour. Knocked on the door, knocked on windows, rang doorbells, everything that you could think of to have somebody answer the door, we did. And she came out cursing my grandma out. F you, F this, fuck you, you're a bitch type of language. And, like, 13-year-old me was like, what's going on? You know, like, why am I hearing this stuff? What am I doing wrong? You know? So, we go on. I get in the house. Then she brings in this guy called Brian, like, not even a month later. And they were obviously having sex. Not my business, but still. A random stranger who's a hobo. You don't even know if he has, like, HIV or AIDS or anything like that. They start, like, and it's a small house, and I could hear through the walls, type of, like, small house, like, paper-thin walls. So, it wasn't good. That's the start when I, started losing sleep and starting to dye my hair and everything, and my hair is actually, like, more of a brownish, but it's actually a black. But, so, after a while, we got kicked out of that place because it was only supposed to be me and her in that house and not nobody else. But she said, oh, she's being kind, but in all reality, she just wanted a man. fine by me. But you gotta choose better people. And that's like relationship advice 101. You need to choose good people. So then we go on to the trailer. Not even 2 days we find a trailer. We live in there, and then my mom starts doing more meth. Yeah, they start cooking the stuff inside the house. And my room was a renovated carport. So, whoop-de-doo. Then we go on, not even too long. I wake up one morning, well actually one night, because I sleep during the day, and then wake up at night, and then sleep again when it becomes day again. My sleep schedule is completely fucked. That's because I have really bad depression and really bad anxiety and everything because of all the situations. So we go on to... Sorry I say that a lot, but I'm trying to regather what I'm saying. So I wake up at night and all I hear is like grunting and everything, and I'm like, oh great. This could be either what I'm thinking it is, or it could be something really bad. And it was something really bad. At that time, it was actually like 4 in the morning I woke up. So my grandma was up. Like, she was up. She gets up at 4 in the morning, goes to work and everything. So I call her, I'm like, hey, my mother's seizing out on the floor. I think she may be doing drugs. And so that a 14-year-old at that time shouldn't have witnessed that. Shouldn't have. Never in my life have I thought I would see that. And then I go to get a drink. Because I'm like, okay, she's seizing out on the floor. She's actually calm now. She's like kind of like blank stare, but I know that she's alive because I can see her breathing. So I go to get a drink, and then I see a syringe and a crack pipe on the table. And that explained everything. So I called up my grandma and saying, hey, you need to come get me. And I sent photos to my grandpa when he was still alive. And they said, yeah, we're getting you right now. And then there's just this whole dispute where my mom started having a downhill spiral. And it was just not good. Not good at all. And then we go to where the stuff really started to happen, which was at my house before this house. My mom, she was on probation for violation for drugs. Okay. So, it was good for the most part, and then when she actually got off the drug rehab, went right back to it, and every other word out of her mouth is, fuck you, you're a cunt, you're an asshole, you're a dickhead, you're a bitch, to me. And I did nothing wrong to her. In her mind, she is the perfect one, and everybody else is at fault. She said, oh, you never wished me a happy birthday. Well, that's because I was scared of her, and that she was doing drugs, and I was mad. I will say I was mad at her. So, we go to... Alright, so she goes to jail for violation of drugs. And my dad picks me up with a warrant that says I have to go to his house. Judge ordered it. So I was at his house for 3 months. This is in January, after Christmas. I come back. Mom's out of jail again. She goes back to jail because another warrant stating that she needs to be put in jail and drug rehab. So that happens, and then we go to this house because we got kicked out because of her actions. It wasn't me living with my mom, it was me living with my grandparents and her. So, what happened was she got out of jail. We picked her up because last try. And was just like, okay, we hope for the best, but we know that something may happen. So a couple of months passed. This was in May, and I spent my birthday moving, and it wasn't a good birthday. So, we go a couple of months, like August, and then we see that she's having that euphoric look to her, like she's on drugs again. Then she swears up and down, I'm not doing drugs. I'm not doing drugs. And then she misses work. She sleeps all day, up all night. She brings another guy into the home. Like, really, without our permission. And we're on a property where my landlord is not even 100 feet from the house. And she's just, like, she has an autistic son. She is very protective of her son. And she brings a total stranger who's a meth head into our home. So that's the part that gets me. And then when he leaves, she blames me, saying, fuck you, you're an asshole, you're a cunt, all those things again. And I told her I'm not forgiving her for that. And then she says the next day, oh, I'm sorry, I was not in my right state of mind, Gene's dying. And I'm like, well, yeah, my grandpa's dying, but still. There's a red blinking light on. Alright, so, to make a long story short, I have a lot of abuse with my mother. There was a lot of verbal abuse, and that's the whole reason why I wasn't uploading. But anyway, I'm about to run out of storage space. Sorry I have to wrap it up, like, really sloppily, but my mom moved out, we kicked her out, and then my grandpa died. And that's just going to be where I leave it off. So this has been Ghost Gaming signing off. Please like, comment, subscribe. See you guys in the next video, whether it be in February or middle of February. But I will do a Dokkan vid very soon. And yeah, hope you guys have a wonderful day. My day's been good. Thank you guys for the subs, and thank you guys for all the support. Bye, guys.